guys have been informed on all your stuff.
Signed our lives away.
Signed your lives away, like literally.
Seen him coming in hot, like right now.
There you go, nice and wide, that's it, alright?
Ready to do this.
Well, I was fine until we watched the video, and then I was like, oh, but now I'm fine. I mean, I'm not like actually as nervous as I should be, really.
How about you?
Bombs away! Let's do this.
It's the waiting that makes it a little more anticipating. And so there's a plane that just went up.
Watch how they put them together.
And then they're doing another one. I don't know where the plane is. But there's one guy coming down right now.
They come down so fast.
This guy.
And then there's another one who just came in.
No, we're in the cables and everything.
And Michaela's getting buckled up now. How you doing, Michaela?
Have you done this before? Start a new one. Okay, the only time we cannot talk to you.
In our whatever these are called, and we're waiting to go on the plane, but it's just getting fuel now, so there's a bug. So we're just waiting to go on the plane, then we'll go up. So we have our harnesses, that's what they're called. We have our harnesses on. We don't get jumpsuits apparently at this place, but I think it's okay. It's pretty warm out, so I think it'll be all right. Okay guys, so we're just waiting around for the plane to get fueled and then come over here. And so there's some people that have like landed already. There's some, and so yeah, we're just waiting to do that.
There they are. They're walking out to go to the plane. About time. Had to wait for a long time, but now they're finally going out.
Alright guys, so we just jumped, and I'll explain it later in the car, but we got our certificates.
Happy New Year!
And so now we're gonna go and get food. Hey guys, so it is Friday, February 22nd. This is weird because I'm kind of doing an intro, but it's also my outro. So I haven't actually vlogged in a long time. I'm sorry for that. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on, and a lot of just new things that are going on, and I'm going to be filming a video about what is going on in my life and just kind of like an update for you guys. After this video, I'm gonna film that, but I just wanted to explain a little bit about my skydiving experience. So as you guys saw, I went skydiving in Hawaii, so it was super fun. I was actually not nervous at all throughout, like going throughout the day, just preparing for it. I wasn't nervous at all until we had to watch this safety video about just like, you know, safety tips, like you have to do this and you have to do that, like you have to tuck your legs under or whatever when you're jumping out, because the wind just kind of pushes them back anyway. I didn't really have to do anything. Yeah, I got really scared after that video just because, I don't know, I guess it kind of like hit me like, oh my gosh, you're gonna go skydiving, you're gonna jump out of a plane, like what are you doing? And then I was fine after that. Like for a few minutes I was scared, but then I was fine. And then we got up in the air. And by the way, I wasn't allowed to take my phone or anything like that up there. So that's why I didn't get any footage really of like from the sky or like jumping out or any of that. But I could have bought a video and had someone come up and record like me jumping out and all of that, but it was like $150 extra on top of the $175, so I didn't want to do that really. So I decided not to do that. So yeah, like I was saying, when we got up in the air, we flew over the ocean for like 10 minutes or so, like 10 to 15 minutes. And I really don't like flying over the ocean. Like it terrifies me so much. I don't know why, it just always has. So when I was flying over the ocean, it's just like this really rickety old plane. There's no actual like seats, there's no seat belts. It's just two wooden benches, like really long wooden benches that run the length of the plane. And so you just sit on the wooden bench and then so I'm sitting like this, and then the guy that is gonna be tandem jumping with me is like sitting behind me so that he can attach to my harness and everything. So he's sitting behind me, you know, everyone, like all the pairs are sitting together and everything. That's fine. And then once we start going over the ocean, I start freaking out. I start like breathing really heavy and just shaking, like I cannot stop shaking uncontrollably. And I'm sitting towards the front of where they're opening the door, so I'm pretty close. And so the guy kept opening the door. One of the other guys, he just kept opening the door to look out, and he was just kind of goofing around. This was also New Year's Eve, so they were, this one guy had one of those like string pull things, like little pop-it things that like shoots like confetti out or something. So they shot that on the plane, which I was freaking out, so I didn't think it was very funny at the time. I guess it was kind of like they were just joking around and stuff, you know, but I just didn't think it was very funny because I was like, you know, I was freaking out. I was like stressing out that we were flying over the ocean. And so I turned to the guy behind me, and it's just super loud, like the plane's super, super loud because of all the wind and everything. And I'm just like yelling because he can't really hear me. And, you know, I turned to him and I'm like, oh my gosh, are we gonna jump out over the ocean? And he says, no, like we'll jump out over the coastline, it's okay, like everything. And I was like, okay, I'm really terrified of jumping over the ocean, like that sounds terrifying to me, so I don't want to do that. He's like, no, we won't. So we didn't do that. So we got to where the coastline was going to be, where we were going to be jumping, and you know, this is really where it started to hit me, like, what am I doing? So we, you know, the first pair jumps, and I'm almost crying at this point because I see them jump out, and it's, you know, it's really high up. You can see the clouds and you can see everything, and I'm seeing them jumping out and they're going down so fast, and I'm freaking out. So I start freaking out even more. And then I'm like the second or third person to go. So that terrified me even more because I wasn't ready. So it was finally our turn to jump out, and we get to like the edge, and I'm like, I don't want to jump. Like I'm scared. Like I don't want to do this. So I close my eyes, and he just jumps. The guy that was attached to my harness and everything, he jumped. And we jumped out, and then you only fall for like 30 seconds or so. It's not too bad. And it's just, no one tells you what to do with your mouth. Like, no one tells you what to do with your breathing or anything like that. It's just kind of like, you don't know what to do because they don't explain it. So I closed my mouth because I was like, what happens if like bugs or I don't know, something gets in my mouth? So I closed my mouth and I was just kind of trying to breathe through my nose, but I couldn't really breathe because there was a lot of wind. It was just like so much wind rushing towards you. It was like, it was intense. But then, the 30 seconds went up, and then the parachute, like, I guess he deployed the parachute. I don't know. My eyes were still closed at that point. So he deployed the parachute, and then, after that, it's just like a drop of weight, kind of like, I'm not really sure how to describe it, but like you just kind of feel like the weight in your body, and you just kind of feel like the weight of everything because you're sitting like in your harness, and it's just like, it's tight because it's pulling in certain areas, and like it's not really super comfortable. And then so yeah, that happened, and then after that it was really, really fun. Like I opened my eyes after that. I could see everything. Like I actually saw a rainbow from the top, which was really cool because it was like a circle, which it was really weird. Like I didn't think it would look like that, but it had been raining earlier that day, so I saw like the rainbow from the top, so that was super, super cool. And then and then we just kind of like floated around back and forth. He kind of would like steer us this way, steer us that way, and then we just kind of like looked at over the houses and like the shoreline and everything. And I was screaming a lot because I was excited. And it was like an adrenaline rush, honestly, a lot of adrenaline, and so that was super intense, but it was so much fun. And after that, like we landed, we did like a standing kind of land, like he just kind of was like, okay, put your feet down now or whatever. So we did that. It was perfect landing. So that was good. And yeah, I don't know, it was just so much fun. Like I honestly want to go again. It was terrifying at first. Like when I was in the plane, it was terrifying, and when I was jumping out, it was terrifying. But then once you get out, it's just so much fun, and it's so beautiful and like amazing. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend going skydiving if it's not somewhere like really pretty. Like you don't want to just go skydiving over like, oh, let me just go skydiving over a mountain or something, or like, a valley or, whatever. Like I would definitely recommend like skydiving somewhere pretty, somewhere that you like really want to see. So I think Hawaii was perfect for my first skydive, because yeah, I don't know, it was really pretty. So yeah, that's my experience with skydiving. So I just wanted to fill you guys in about that. I'm sorry that clip was super long, but yeah. So yeah, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to click the like button down below. Also, make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Thanks, guys, for watching. Love you.